Morning everyone, Jason here, back for some more exciting interface here with the new Panda program. Today's going to be relatively simple. We're just kind of going to do another overview. We haven't done an overview for a while in this program. I want to show you how to get your social media channel set up. I want to spend a little bit of time on the newsletter piece because I think that's an important piece on how you can actually customize that and add some of your own articles of value, stuff that you may be written, or maybe stuff for your farm. I'll make it a little more personal. So without further ado, let's dive into the actual new Panda program here and get cracking on it. We know we go to CBN Touch, we log on, we go to the Energy Gateway and log on, and we go right down here to the new Panda e-marketing platform. Just look for the Panda Bear, really easy to find. We open that up. I want to do a quick overview kind of the page here. And one is that we've got our dashboard, and every time you click on one of these you'll have a little drop down menu, our contacts, our messages and autopilot settings, tracking, and then real estate tools. If this is your first time coming to the site, one of the first things you're going to want to do is go over here to settings and click on the settings tab. Now what's going to open up is this, and you can see we've got another sub bar right down here. Display information, contact information, images, account info, social networks, and billing. Display information, we're going to make sure that stuff is spelled correctly, that our is correct across here. If we have any images, we really don't have anything to worry about for our account. We have social networks and billing. Nothing to do on billing here, but let's go to the social networks. So one of the great things about the new Panda program, one is that new Panda is primarily an emailing electronic marketing campaign type of program. So what will happen here is you can set up these social networks to auto feed stuff into there. So you don't have to come up with clever things to say in your Twitter, or your Facebook, your LinkedIn, or YouTube, or Pinterest, or whatever. So what you would do to upload these networks is go directly to the site. You would go to your Facebook site, cut and paste the URL, and then just paste it right here. Cut it, paste it for everything that you do. If you have your YouTube channel, you want to use the CB one, you can do that. If you have a blog, the Pinterest one, the CB Colorado is a great Pinterest one. So if you go up here, so let me see if I can find, I think it's Pinterest.com CB Colorado. There it is. We click on that. There it is. We can actually copy this one and put it right in Pinterest. And there it is, and save. So now I've got the Pinterest logo going up there. Social network successfully saved. Add, update your social networks. If you click on that, you'll see it will just confirm that your networks are connected. So we've got Facebook, my fan page, my Twitter, all confirmed. So we're good to go there. You do want to set these up, and the cool thing about this auto posting is it's a huge time saver. One of the things we want to do in this business is leverage our time to our advantage as best as possible. And I don't need to be spending 10, 15, 20 minutes a day trying to figure out, oh, what am I going to post on Facebook today that may be real estate related, or Twitter, or LinkedIn, or Google Plus, or whatever. The cool thing about this program is it goes out, it finds these RSS feeds, and it loads this stuff up automatically to your social network, so it looks like you're highly engaged in the market, you're highly engaged in real estate, and people know you know what you're doing. So I definitely want to show you how to get those social networks set up. After we've got them set up, we have to, in essence, autopilot turn on the settings. So we go to messages, right up here to autopilot settings. We click on that. Right down here we've got autopilot channels. So you can see each one of these channels, when you get there, they'll look like these ones right here, like recruiting, general real estate stuff. They won't have anything clicked, but when you click them, it will open up general interest and engaging questions. Here we go. Your monthly real estate newsletter, real estate technology, U.S. holidays and events. So once you click these, then the program where you have everyone in your social networks we'll start getting those emails auto-posted in. We'll spend a little time when we talk about our messages and your messages here in a minute. I want to go back to the dashboard here, the home screen, and run through a few other things with you. One of the things you may want to be doing as you're closing out real estate transactions and meeting new people is the quick contract entry. So let's say you just close a deal with a nice family. You add their name, number, email address to this. You can add them to a group. Now your primary sphere is the one that gets auto-posted every week that the company sends out automatically for our calendar-based events. So for the Peach Festival, for our Night at the Rockies, those types of stuff. Anyone in your primary sphere will get that email. So when we add this person, we also want to subscribe them to our newsletter. We just click the button, click the button, add now after we put their name and contact information to them. The other cool thing is we can create as many groups as we want. So you can see I've got some groups here already. I can edit those groups at any time. I can create a new group. Maybe one of the groups you want to start is open house attendees. I've got a few agents that are having some success doing this, and they're creating customized messages based on people they've met at their open houses and then sending them something either in line with the listing like you would set up from the MLS, or maybe it's something personal like, hey, you said you were interested in football. I want to let you know there's a Bronco home game at this date and time, or you're interested in fly fishing or hunting or whatever it was. That these are some groups you may be interested in. So they're using it to create a relationship with those people. Scroll down here. We've got the new Panda U, and this is tons of knowledge books and helpful videos. And if you look right here, the home screen, here's the new Panda introduction, the contact manager, newsletters, email tools, social tools. If you just click on these, it's really great. It's all screen capture type of stuff, so it looks exactly like the site. And if you read the subtext below that, it kind of talks to you a little bit about loading personalized images, customizing contact information, setting up your social networks. This would be one you probably want to watch. Options for using contacts, organizing data, importing contacts, to-dos, etc. The new Panda U, you can always send a request. So if you have a specific question, highlighted knowledge books, maybe you might want to start here, e-listings, general e-marketing tips, etc. Now when you click on these, a really cool thing happens. It just loads the video up right here and you can start watching them. So there's
I'm going to show you how to import data into New Panda using the import wizard. The first step will be to take your original data.
Then if you have a specific request, you can submit a request. Now this submit, you will type in the name, your email, phone number. Is this request urgent, yes or no? How do you categorize this request? And then type in exactly what you want to, the exact question you want to have answered. Then down here, you have to, they want to make sure you're not a computer. So you got to put these little numbers in here to submit the request. These requests go to a gal in Tennessee named Donna Ray. And Donna Ray is pretty good about answering within 24 to 48 hours. So if you have a specific question, you can do that. I, though, strongly encourage you prior to doing that to spend some time on the knowledge books and all this videos. I can almost guarantee, almost every time I've had to send something to Donna Ray, she's like, oh, Jason, that's a great question, but go to this video or go to this knowledge book, and it'll tell you exactly how to do it, but she'll still answer my question in the meantime. So that's something to really think about. Let's go back here to the home screen. So again, we've got all those tools, the social tools, a lot of videos, getting started, etc. Let's go across the top here to our contacts, to-do list, import, export, mailing labels, and undeliverable email addresses. Let's start with your contacts. So you can see with my contacts here, I'm showing 641 of 1,466 contacts. So what I'm showing right now is my real estate agents marketing. One of the groups that I market to is other agents. When I've got a new inventory coming up and I'm trying to build some excitement around that, I'll send this out a day or two before it hits the marking, so they can start contacting their people saying, hey, there's inventory coming up. Jason's got a great listing at this date and this time. Because what I want to do is have tons of people coming and going. Now, if you're saying, how come it's only showing 641? Well, it's because I've selected this through the filter. If I close this, now you'll see it's showing all of my contacts. But let's just say, hey, who do I have in my here we go. Who do I have in my primary sphere? Or this was one that I just had showing agents in. So I wanted to send a specific message. This was long before the days of centralized showings that had all that. You would send a message to them quickly. So I created my own groups to send to them. So you can filter by any one of those things. You can sort by city, company size, etc. And again, if you've just closed a recent transaction, you can always add that contact information here. Edit your groups there. To-do lists, I'm going to tell you, I personally don't really use the to-do lists on this. I really manage my schedule through my Microsoft Outlook. You could certainly put some to-do lists in here if you want. And again, it just talks about it here. If you're using new Panda to manage the contacts, information, clients, members, fans, you can add to-do lists for them, create tasks, appointments, etc. Import and export. So one of the things that's really important that you should do is put together your database in a very simple format. I recommend all of you, prior to meeting with Katrina especially, to write your database out on a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet and be very specific. You can see right here they tell you how they want it. So just do it this way when you first create your spreadsheet. First name, last name, city, state, address, city, state, zip. So every one of those has a separate column. And then when you go to load it up in here, you can simply just pull the name and email address, or phone if you want to. You got to remember, this isn't primarily an email-based function, so I don't necessarily know that you need to spend all the time adding in the address, though you certainly can, since it's primarily an emailing, electronic marketing function. I don't necessarily know that you may want to do that. Exporting our contacts. So after we have them imported here, we can also export them. We can export them to a CSV. So like, oh my gosh, my computer crashed. I forgot to back it up, so I think I lost all my contacts. Well, no, not actually. You can always just export your contacts right here and load them right back to where you were prior to. To use the contact wizard, you would just choose the file and open up that file from wherever you have it stored on your computer. And again, the headings are important. It says right here, you can also type or copy or paste context from another program like Excel, place one or more of those fields in this order. First name, you see how that's written? Last name, email, and mobile number. It needs to be written exactly like that in your spreadsheet. They also have an address importer, so if you're using Google, you can click on Google and you can put in your account here. These are Katrina's accounts, so I'm not going to load a bunch of people into there for her. But you can add those accounts, whichever one that you would want. Outlook, if you have your Outlook, set up in there and do that. Pro, Plaxo, I'm not familiar with that. But they have a few of those already pre-populated. But I really think the easiest way to do it, and even if you have it in Gmail, you can export Gmail to an Excel spreadsheet as well. And the nice thing is, once you export that to a spreadsheet, it's much easier for you to sort, edit, and maintain. It's also much easier to filter by last name, by location, etc. That's our contacts. Mailing labels, if you want to create them, you can export them here. Like I said, I don't typically put any address information in here. This is primarily an emailing function, so that's what I use it for. I don't actually put in all that contact information there, but you certainly can if you so choose. And we've got some tutorials over here on the left-hand side for that as well. Undeliverable email addresses. You'll see there's quite a few of them, and if you'll notice, they're from one of my competitors who, seems to think they don't want to know what I'm doing here, saying it's bad email, when that's not the case. Some people have unsubscribed. I find this interesting that this agent's unsubscribed, and yet they still send me stuff. And that's okay, and then I just resubscribe them, because if I'm going to get theirs, they're going to get mine. Your messages. Now, this is what's getting ready to go out or has gone out. So you're like, well, gosh, how and when is it going out? You're going to get an email every Tuesday. I got mine this morning, as a matter of fact, usually around 9 a.m., 8, 9 a.m., that says, here's what's scheduled to go out. So this is an autopilot setting for my Twitter. Forget setting goals. Oops, that's not what I wanted to click. I can delete this one. So when I get the email in my email, when I get the email in my email, I can go ahead and select. I can read through them and say, oh, I like that. That makes sense. I want that to go out. Or if I say, I don't really like that, I can go in here and just delete it because it's not sending this until the 27th. Sending this one the 25th, the 25th, the 23rd, 22nd, 22nd. So you can see the most recent ones are farther down, and then it goes to the farthest out. And you can review those. Anything that says autopilot, they're sending it for me. I don't have to think about this. Boom, stuff's just going out, feeding my feeds that I want it to go. You can always check the status. I'm just going to say, hey, nothing sent, received, because it's not sending until this date. We look at the stuff that's been sent or launched. In this status, this was just to some of my my Sphere people. The lavish tiny homes movements. You can send stuff out again too if you want to by replicating it. So let's say that tiny house one. Where did that neat little tiny house? I've been watching all these tiny house shows. We replicate that because everybody wants a smaller home, except for a realtor. We want to sell you a bigger home. Make my own, start with a template, create my own, and we can create whatever we want. And you see, just select from the category from left. And we'll get into that here in a minute, which is creating your new messages. Before we get to creating new messages, I want to get to the real estate newsletter, because this is something not a lot of people have been using or have been using to the fullest of their abilities. Now, the cool thing about the real estate newsletter is it's also our AVP. So we've got a few tabs, and I'm just going to click on, when you click on Overview, it takes you right to this page that we took you to. We can view past publications. Okay, what was the last one that went out there? And this is the last one, but this is one of them. Donate any shoes, conditions, so it talks about our source for sold. We've got some great little articles in here, some inventory. Let's go back here to newsletter settings. You can change the settings, the title. So mine is kind of my tagline, is what I write on my business card and my profile: buy, sell, invest. Are you a previews member? Yes or no? And then you've got these selected headers, which are kind of cool. And you can change them with the seasons as well. You know, summertime maybe here, winter, fall. You get the idea. We've got these really beautiful kind of scenery types of things. Managing subscriptions. So it does have a little video here for you how to do that and step-by-step instructions. I can tell you on your dashboard, if you just click this button when you add someone in, boom, they're going to be loaded in to your subscription. Let's go back to the newsletter. And the last one here, this is the thing that not a lot of agents are doing, and this is the personal article. You can actually create your own personal article that you've drafted, and it could be something specific to you. Again, we just click New Article. We can headline it, a little summary, create the URL, and put our article in here. Add this article to the following coming issues. We can add it to whichever issues I have coming up. So my next issue would be coming up 10/11. Put a summary in here, and then I would upload. It says your article can include a small image that appears in the email version of the newsletter. Recommend the file is less than 75K, so not a real big image on there as well. And you can start adding your article. Then let's go back to the creating new messages. So we had just talked about this with replicating, but we can also start with the template. And I recommend this. I mean, you can create your own from blank using HTML. Well, I don't know HTML, and I don't have time to be learning that. but give me a template and I'll fill some stuff in. So if we click on template, we've got, it says right here, we got our RTS, read the screen, select a category from the left, Colorado Homes Editions, custom ministry initials, all-purpose of pre-written articles of value. This pre-written articles of value is kind of cool too. You can go to the insider here. They write a new one of these for you every single month that you can send upload to your social media accounts, etc. So here's the last, I think this, I don't know which one this is. A lot of times they don't have dates on them, which is good. You can use them for as much as you want. Fads that you can ignore, the kitchen stadium, garage on steroids, porch should extend out a limit, lighting the moods. Just got some sample stuff, and you can again edit this and save and continue. Let's say I like it just how it is. And I can decide to send this to specific email people. I can send it to a specific group. I can send it to my primary sphere. I can send it to individuals by searching for the individuals right here. That'd be me. And you can take them out. Copy and paste contacts. Nope, I'm going to go ahead and save and continue. Oh, I forgot up here, email subject required. So there's the name of the message. E-message is not a great thing for you to remember. What was that e-message? This one was about trends, if I'm not mistaken. Type. And so the subject line, it would be trends to ignore. I-G-N-O-R-E, sorry. From me, from my email address, etc. And then I go down here to save and continue. Do I want to do social media on this? I can elect to put this on my social media. So let's say I want to add it to Twitter. Insert links, point in the media context message by insert option with the URL. There it is. And then we have advanced Facebook options. If you're going to be Facebook, you want to put a picture on there. That's the options there. Just follow them. In this case, so I'm going to skip the social. I'm just doing this one as an email. And I can save as a draft, send now, or schedule delivery. So this is one of the cool things about this program too. So maybe here, not right now, because it's still beautiful, Colorado, September and October. But I got a feeling towards the end of December, we might have some snow on the ground. And it might be a good time to curl up in front of the fireplace with your laptop and start putting together a list of stuff you want to mail out. Maybe you want to send these out. Try hitting your folks a little bit more with the technology and these e-blasts. And I can schedule a delivery date. And now I can say, you know what? I'm going to start doing this for the rest of the year. I can go all the way out. I want this one to go out in August of 2017. You just start going month by month. Say, all right, I'm going to set up an extra email every month to go out on the second Thursday for the next, year. And I just save and continue, and then it will send that out on that date, and it will be loaded into your queue. There's tons of stuff on here under these templates, so I do want you guys to come over here and just start clicking on these and look and see what we've got. Here's the AVP message. If you've loaded some more people up and you want to resend some stuff out, the Souls for Souls, great one. Consumer tips, importance of price, Halloween safety tips. This might be a good one to start out here this next month, right? Costume safety, safety on the trick-or-treat trail, treat distribution. I love Halloween. My kids pay a substantial candy tax at my house. It's basically Kit Kats and Snickers go directly to Daddy. This is a great one, though, to send out to your folks. Maybe that's one of the lists you want to create, and it's of families. People who have children. You can narrow your list down when you're creating those as well. And just send that out to them. Hey, I'm thinking of you, make following sense. And you can, again, edit anything you want in here. The other thing I've had agents doing with this is doing a costume contest. And I think this is a great idea to put on your social media. Put this on your Facebook and send this to your people. And send them, hey, most people, the easiest thing for them is to send a text. So I would say, post on my Facebook page your kid's picture and put it on your fan page or whatever. Put it on your page. And I'm going to be doing a costume contest, and the kid that has the best costume, I'm sending a gift card to Toys R Us. For 20 bucks, you can have tons and tons of interaction on your Facebook page with people loading stuff up. And I won't be surprised if one of them says, hey, we were out trick-or-treating and we got our costume thanks to 20 bucks. By the way, we're thinking about moving. Or, hey, we're pregnant, we're having another kid, we need a bigger house. Start using small stuff like this can go a really long way. And you can really get people involved in your social media campaign. So you may want to create your very own message, kind of an all-purpose message. If you go to the all-purpose e-cards, and then you go to, I think it would be fall maybe, holidays and events, all these Halloween cards ones. Boom, now you can just pick one of these, Halloween, here's a little Halloween ghost. We've got this ghost, shadows of 1,000 years, rise unseen, voices whistling in the trees, tonight's Halloween, yay, wishing you happy Halloween. Change this out and just say, I'm doing a costume contest. And right in there, hey, I'm doing a costume contest. Send me a picture or post a picture on my Facebook page of you and your little scare, and we will. I'll be sending a gift card to whoever has the best costume. Whoever the judge is going to be. I think it's a really great way to interact. And if you have children, put a picture of your kids up there in their Halloween costume beforehand. Get some interaction on that, because everyone's going to be posting pictures of their cute little kids on Halloween. You may as well be the center of attention for all that as well. And you can do that around other holidays too, not just Halloween. We've got all the Thanksgiving stuff coming up here. Obviously, the clock's setting back, coming for that when we lose an hour of daylight and make me sad. Occasions, anniversary, babies. Did someone just have a baby? Well, we've got a new Panda message for you right now. It's a girl, it's a boy, it's a whatever. Send them a congratulations. Well, it's probably a boy or a girl. Well, unless you have a dog lover, then maybe you want to create your own one. Get well cards, reminders. We talk about the clocks, sympathy cards, thank you. Boy, we've got a lot of people to thank in our business and our industry to become successful. Use that thank you card right there. Send people thank yous. I'm still a big believer in the handwritten note, but if you simply don't have time for it, use this as an alternative. We've got wedding. We actually have stationery for you, newsletter style. We talked about we have stuff for every season, and we have generals. You can just click on the general stuff. There's caramel apples, back to school stuff, kind of fall colors for all this fall stuff, the pumpkins, the kids in the leaves, all that kind of stuff. There really is a ton of stuff here that we can be using to interact with our people, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to interact with them enough that when all of a sudden the word real estate crosses their brain, that you pop right to the front. And that's what we're looking to do. And this program makes it very easy to send those out and do that. Tracking. We've got stuff opened, unopened, autopilot newsletter settings. You can see kind of what's going out, pending, bounced. Sometimes, though, you should know that even in the tracking, it may still be getting opened. You just don't know it. So if you're like me, I pretty much read all of my email in my Outlook, so I don't actually double-click and open up the individual email. I'm reading it right there in the reading pane. So a lot of people are still getting your messages. It's just not showing them as reading. That's about all I've got for today. I wanted to keep this one kind of short and tight. Go over if you have any specific questions. Don't hesitate to reach out to Katrina or I. Have a great day, guys.